Welcome back to News OK Studios. I am Adam Kemp. I am joined today by our su5 Player of the Year, Putnam City North's own Micah Thomas. Thanks for joining us today, Micah.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Micah helped lead Putnam City North back to the state championship game. Fall a little short in that title game, but man, what a road it was for you. Kind of take me through this season. What was different from last year when you guys are the champions to this year? You have to take on a big scoring load this year. What was that like?
It was a difficult role because me as a person, my personality is not a talkative person. I'm not really loud, and with my junior year, we had so much talent that everybody knew their role. So I didn't really have to be on them as much as I did this year. As far as I had a lot of sophomores this year, so I had to stay on them, lead them more, and actually take on more of a scoring load too. So it was a challenge, but I stepped up to the challenge, I believe.
When you were called on to score, man, like there was really nothing stopping you. It seemed like late in the year. What did that feel like to be able to really get any shot you want or score at any time?
It wasn't easy because we played a tough schedule this year. But I put in so much time in the gym, and I feel like I put in so much time, and I'm so thankful, to God, and I feel like it's just a blessing. So I just took my talents and did what I could do with it.
Yeah. At one point in the year, you guys are hovering like right around the 500 mark as a record, but you really took off there at the late in the year. It was like down to the last few games. Did you have a sense of urgency that like, all right, it's time to go?
Okay, yeah, it's definitely. Me and Coach Wag actually, after we played Midwest City for the first time at home, after the game we were up all game, and sophomores made a couple bad sophomore plays, and so after that game we had a meeting, and we had a big meeting, coaching meeting, and we sat down, we talked, and it was getting ready close to playoff time, and we decided that we were all gonna come down together as a staff and really pay attention to the small things, and I think that really helped us more. And I took on a bigger role too. I tried to lead and be more vocal. That's what I needed to work on, and so I took that as a challenge. And I think my younger guys stepped up too. They had my back, so those are my brothers. I'm gonna die for them. So
yeah. What were some of those smaller things that you guys kind of had to concentrate on?
Defensively, I think. A lot of people say defense wins championships, and I think we focused on our using our advantages, which was our lead this year. We had a lot of young, talented guys, so we took more of a challenge onto, being specific on our assignments on our 2-3 zone, and we worked on that a lot. And then offensively, we actually mixed up our sets towards the playoff time, and so that helped a lot.
Yeah. Was there a sense from you like this year was kind of your coming out party? I mean, everyone knew you were a really good player before this year, but you really got to showcase, who Micah Thomas is this year.
Yeah, I think you can say that, but myself, I've always known it was in me, but I think this year I had to take on a different role, and that exploded more.
Yeah. What were some of the things you heard from other coaches, after games when you go off for 35, 40 points?
I think the most one that really surprised me was at Memorial in the semis of state tournament. I think that one of the assistants from at Memorial was just like, man, you have to put a hand up, and I seen a video of it on actually OK Hoops, and I was just like, it's kind of crazy that a coach has to say all that just because I'm shooting the ball well, So it was crazy, but it's probably one of the things that I looked at.
Your 3-point percentage this year seemed to go off the charts at point. I know there was games you hit like 10 3-pointers in a game at one point this year. Did you really have to work to develop that shot?
Yeah, definitely. It's hours in the gym. I focused a lot on my threes a lot this year because next year I'll be at a collegiate level. So I've tried to work on expanding my range a little bit every year. Every year I try to work on adding something new to my game and perfecting that. And I think you can say my 3-point percentage was something I worked on this year.
You have been coached by your dad for how long?
All my life, really, since I started with 4. I started at the age of 4, so for a pretty long time now.
He was an assistant coach there at Putnam City North with you, and
yes, sir.
What's that been like, kind of having him right there by your side this whole way through?
It's a blessing because I give so much thanks to him because he is who I am today. I'm just be real, and I'm so thankful for him. And Coach White can tell you we bump heads all the time, and it was a rough journey, but look who I turned out to be. Good.
He was really tough on you. What's it kind of like to have a dad that's always pushing you like that?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a blessing And I mean, you know, sometimes if you know it feels like, man, this guy's always on me, and man, can I just get a break? Can I make him happy? You know what I'm saying? And it was tough at times, but I look back on it and it's what I needed. So I'm so thankful for it.
You made some recent recruiting news, decommitting or getting out of your letter of intent with Southern Illinois Edwardsville. What's kind of the future hold for you?
Well, the future hope is to find a future home, obviously, and I want someone who really wants me. You know, I don't want to just go there because of a name. So it was never because of the name or anything like that. I just want to go somewhere that fits me and to make my people proud.
Yeah. What's it like to kind of be back on the open market and kind of looking again?
It's kind of on. It's kind of like so many calls I have to take, so many people I have to talk to again. You know, it's a rough process, but it can be fun. I try not to stress over so much and just stay focused and actually just keep working on my game so I can be ready at the next level.
Thinking back about the past 2 years, a championship last year. Sure. No one expected you guys to really make it to the finals again this year, I think, except for you guys. What's your biggest takeaway after thinking about like what you've been through the past 2 years?
Man, I think this year it was a blessing because I learned so much this year out of probably all my 4 years just because of the type of team that we had this year. And I think looking back on it now that everybody on that team, I think we just feel like we accomplished so much this year just simply because we weren't supposed to be where we ended up doing. And I think that means a lot to us, and it's something that our program is trying to establish as a culture.
Awesome. He's Micah Thomas. I'm Adam Kemp. For more varsity sports coverage, visit us at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.